Welcome back to another PTNZ upload. So we're continuing with the hydraulic pump power takeoff unit. Got Alex here helping me. We didn't film it, should have. We've already put the seal in the actual pump unit and we've started reassembling. Alex did all that, come up with one little problem, the pushing on the seal in there, but we filed something and we've got all that fitting, got all the bolts in, torqued. So that's the pump. Now we're just doing the power takeoff unit, just putting the seal in. Alex said, "We filming this?" I said, "No, we're not." Alright, do it up, Alex, push the seal in. So we just got a socket in the vise here and we're just pushing the seal in. Just have a look, see if I can see when it's home.
It's definitely got harder.
Keep going, just got a bit more to go. Should stop the next half a wind. Is that it? Yep. The seal's in. Let me feel. Yeah, that's it. Right, undo it. Hopefully we didn't damage anything. Yep, that's alright. It's good. Right where it's meant to be. Now we'll hold the power takeoff unit in the vise so it's nice and secure. Right, push that thing in.
We've got that little...
Do it up. Probably jump like a bit before.
No, the thing's down.
Yep. Watch your fingers. Right. Something I have done is cut a gasket for this, and I realise that sets the load on the bearing in there too. Hopefully it's very similar to what come off before. We should be right. Right, get your oil can, Alex, and put some oil on that, just in the bearing in there. Get a little bit of grease. We'll just wipe where the seal's going to run. Won't hurt. Just put a little bit on your finger. You can see the black line there. That's where the seal's going to run. Yeah, it's alright.
Does it matter if he's in the bearing?
Nah, gear oil's going to sort all that out. And this here is all offset one way. And I did not mark it when I took it off. Straight on there. Careful doing that. Straight on there. What way does that go? It's sitting that way, so that goes over that way. You see how where the bearing is in position to the hole in here?
Yeah.
See, it's way over here. You can see that there. See, it's tight in there. Oh, my finger. It's there. So we've got to install these studs. They go in the housing. Put those in. We'll probably double nut them to wind them in. I'll bring you back once we've done it. Alright, we found a long reach socket, 3/8. It's working instead of double nutting. It was all dirty when I disassembled, so I didn't notice what was in there. I just double nutted them to get them out. Get that one Hopefully that socket fits in there. It should do. Right, come to this side. I'll bring you back when we do the next stage. So we just greased the coupling or the splines and we've slipped the pump together. I've never seen these here, how the studs sit in the holes. Must be for different mounts or something, I don't know. I can see how it locks the pump up. But yeah, maybe there's a special type washer's meant to go on there. I'm just going to find a washer. It's going to stick out here because it's going to be central, obviously. But I'm just putting a nut on there. I'll put some sort of plate on there to hold it in. I'll go and find something and I'll show you when it's finished. Well, there's been a fair bit happened since the last shot you just saw. We were putting the actual pump on the power takeoff unit on the workbench. Since then, yeah, I mucked around on off. Been mounted to the gearbox here. Backlash set, painted with dirty handprints all over it, and the plumbing, which isn't zip tied up yet, but it's in place. And in my hand here is an airline I have yet just to put into the quick fit coupling there. So that's been done. I didn't turn the camera on for a number of reasons. And the next thing, we've got the hydraulic tank mounted up there. Yeah, I know it's small. I put 5, 10, 15 litres in there and it's about 3/4 full at the moment. That'll be enough to try it. So we've got the plumbing. As you know, I made my own hoses. So our next move is, got Alex here with me. We're going to start the truck. So I haven't started it since I've done an engine oil change. We'll see if we've got any leaks in the filters. We just walked back in the shop here after having morning tea, smoko, play lunch, and see oil on the ground under here. And I was like, oh really? I've got a hydraulic leak. No, it's not. It's the jack cab on the cab. It's over full. See it's running oil out, so that's a bit of a oh no moment. We're going to have leaks, so I'll document it. We'll clean the truck off and we'll start it. We're obviously not going to put the PDO in gear. I'm going to take it out and back it under that tipper later, and I'll just hook the hoses up and let it pump oil through the trailer, because that's how that trailer works. It's got a electric control unit for it. It's designed for this system. So we'll clean the truck off and we'll fire it up. I know it's noisy. So this trailer is set up the same as my transporter. It's got a pressure feed and a return line, so it's pumping through a valve in the trailer. Most tipper-laters will have a control valve in the truck, but this doesn't. So this has got a remote, and it's just for you can remotely operate it. So, I mean, oil capacity-wise, as we talked about, I don't need much to operate my transporter trailer. This trailer is going to go on the market soon. Not staying here, I don't want it. It's a good trailer, there's nothing wrong with it. So yeah, that shouldn't go down with the pump in. It's not designed to do that. Just put some oil back in it so the pump's got something. So yeah, the pump's running, it's circulating oil through the trailer. We'll check for leaks on the truck, we'll look underneath. It all engages nicely and no noise in the gearbox, so I must have got the backlash semi right. This is a 2012, I think. I'd have to check the plate on it. Trailer. It's a 7.5 metre, so it's 20 tonne on the Freightliner, pushing it to get that. It's what the previous people had on there. They had on a different tractor unit. I was carting 19 and it was just legal with that, as long as it was loaded right. As I say, it's not staying on this, so that hydraulic tank, that'll be enough to operate the trailer. All looking good. Right, general overview of the wet kit / PDO hydraulics. Yeah, really happy. It all worked. I had a few teething problems. It's my fault. I didn't hook the trailer up correctly. I forgot that I need air to actually operate the solenoids in there as well for the hydraulics. But apart from that, overcome all those issues, and yeah, as you saw, went up, went down. It went up a bit further than I thought for the amount of oil this tank's got in it. But as I explained before, it isn't going to operate that trailer. So it's of no interest to me to have volume on this truck. It's only going to run the transporter. So yeah, just looking at it, no leaks. Yeah, but it's funny, we took it out. I did a video, I had my young fellow with me. We went down the driveway, got a long drive. Yeah, bit of mud. Need to make some mud flap hangers to go on there to prevent all that. He looked, he said, Dad, you're up to 40k an hour. And we tried the jakes and all that worked. But I'll do a proper video of when we actually get it running, and I want to get the windows in. And no, they still aren't in. I need to ring the people. So my next problem is now, when we have the trailer hooked up, I said I will try all the lights through my, this is what we run here in New Zealand for our air couplings. They're all into one. Don't know what you call those, don't know the technical name. Then we just run the round trailer plug. No stop lights. Oh geez, not again. So that problem once before. So I went up into here, my light with me, but yeah, that wiring in here, I thought it's a joint again, so I pulled all that. Nah, got no power there. I noticed the circuit breaker was popped, so I went through my wiring diagrams, and yeah, I've shorted something out. I think it's in the dash, it touched something in it. So it's a truck, it's got problems. Alright, I'll work on the wiring, and I'll bring you back when we got these things on the back going. Right, I'm back. I'll give you a bit of a story. I found the circuit breaker issue for the stoplights not working on the truck at all. So yeah, I had an air fitting inside. It was all had a big T on it, and it was touching the terminals on the air switch for the stoplights. So I overcome all that, took all the rubbish off which didn't need to be on the valve, and replumbed it, and yeah, we got stoplights going. Cool. So it's pretty late in the evening it was here, and my oldest boy said, I want to hook it up to the transporter, Dad. I want to see the hydraulics work. Yeah, okay, rightio. So I carried the camera out there with me, but I never turned it on as we tried to hook up. That was a drama within itself. The transporter hasn't got winding leads on it. It's got pinned legs. Trailer's too high, so I put wood under the back of the truck, and we managed to hook it up. And we sort of got over that little drama, and we pulled it out of the shed, and we put the pump in gear and widened the trailer out on one side. And I thought, oh, that's cool. We'll go to pull it back, and nah, it wouldn't come back properly. Pulled a little bit, and then I looked, and oh god, we're losing oil. So we pressure line blew on the up to my line relief valve on the tank here. Got a pinhole in it. It's my fault. It's an old hose, and I thought it was still alright, but obviously it's not. It's an end I never actually put on. It was already on there, so I can see why the hose was thrown in the heat. So I'll overcome that. I got fittings, so I'll fix that issue. And while we're out there, I should have turned the camera on. It was rather entertaining. While we're trying to diagnose all that, I said, right, I can still get the trailer back in the shed with it widened out a bit on one side. That's all good. Went to back up, truck conked out. And it's like, oh geez, it's out of diesel. Can't be, I put some in it. So yeah, check the tanks, and driver's side, right hand for us, half full. Wow, go to the other side, empty. So we've got a scenario of whether it's returning just back to one tank, or whether it's only sucking out of one. So I'll do some diagnosing on that. And what else? Oh, no stop lights on the trailer. So the truck ones are going, but not the trailer. So I need to trace that wiring, make sure it's in the pin in the trailer plug, and then I'll see if the actual loom is working itself, the connector. So that's another issue. And the backup camera gave up, no power in the cigarette lighters. So while I was in the dash, I think I must have knocked all that off. So that's another thing I've got to try and get into. So yeah, for an hour's worth of mucking around outside, I've got a full day's worth of things to fix on it. So that'll make another video. So I think I'll end this video here, and yeah, I appreciate everyone following me. I try not to just put a lot of rubbish on here to make content, just upload videos. I just try and grab a few things as I do it, and unfortunately, this would have been a good video if I grabbed what happened outside, but yeah, I'll have the camera on when we rehook and we'll try and make all the trailer work again. I don't really want to, I'll video the trailer and some of the truck on there, but the truck's not finished, so I don't want to go taking a lot of photos and putting them out there yet, because it looks a bit stupid without the visor on it and without the windows. So, but that's why I didn't initially film to start with. So just, it looks good behind with the trailer on it though, all the same colour and that. I know no one's seen it yet, and you're not going to see it until I obviously fix these problems. So, but anyway, I will end the video, and again, I appreciate you all following me. Thank you.